every experience you have lived is one of a kind, just like you. No one else in history has walked your exact path, and some of those moments carry lessons only you can tell. The purpose of this video is simple: to help you turn what you've learned into a talk that matters. Not a list of anecdotes, not a scattershot slide deck, but a single coherent message that people will remember and use. When an idea sparks something inside you, curiosity, urgency, or delight, that's your signal to start shaping a talk. The aim of any memorable talk is not to impress with information alone, but to change how the audience sees one small part of their lives. Too many speakers plan isolated points and never stitch them together. The result is a set of interesting facts with no gravitational pull. That's where the through line changes everything. The through line is the central idea that every story, fact, and example orbits around. It's the backbone of your talk. You can cover several stories or angles, but each one must feed the same core idea. Without a through line, your talk wanders. With it, you guide the audience on a clear journey from start to finish. Compare these two openings. 1. I want to share stories from my trip to Cape Town and some thoughts on life. This is pleasant but loose. 2. On my trip to Cape Town, I discovered how trust shows up in the smallest moments. Let me tell you 2 encounters that taught me when to trust and when to hold back. The second sets a through line, trust, and promises a shaped experience with a takeaway. That's the difference between wandering and arriving. Many great talks begin with a crisp central claim: more choice makes us less happy, or vulnerability is a strength, or design affects our daily courage. Statements like these act as a compass for every sentence that follows. They help you decide what to include and what to cut. Here's a practical framework you can use immediately. First, write your through line in 15 words or fewer. Then structure the talk around 3 beats. First, hook and stakes. Paint a vivid scene and show why the question matters. Next, evidence and contrast. Use 2 or 3 short stories or data points that push the idea forward. And finally, resolution and call to action. Give the audience a clear insight and one small thing they can do. This simple map keeps your talk focused and emotionally satisfying, and it makes room for craft and variety without losing shape. When choosing material, ask, does this serve the through line? Does it shift the audience closer to the core insight? If the answer is no, remove it. People try to cram too many ideas into one talk and lose depth. A lean talk with 3 well-told examples will land more powerfully than a crowded talk full of half-formed points. Build texture into your stories. Use specifics: a moment of silence, a gesture, a precise line of dialogue. Contrast is powerful. Pair an expectation with a surprise that disproves it. Anchor abstract claims with short evidence, a single statistic, a quote, or a real-world consequence. Small sensory details and clear contrasts make the message memorable without adding length. Signpost transitions so the audience follows the path. Phrases such as, "Here's the moment that changed things," or "now, a different kind of mistake," guide listeners and prevent jarring shifts. Echo a phrase from your opening near the end to create a satisfying frame. Repetition done with purpose feels like closure, not redundancy. Practice out loud and time yourself. Say your 15-word through line at the very start of your rehearsal and at the end of your run-through. When you speak it, listen for any sentences that don't support it and mark them for removal. Rehearsal will reveal which examples need more context and which can be shortened. Try cutting about 20 to 30% of your draft. Most talks become stronger when trimmed. A few more hands-on tactics to sharpen your work. First, pick a single question that your talk answers. Framing the through line as a question: when can we trust strangers? Or why do more choices make us less content? Keeps curiosity active and helps you test material. If a point doesn't help answer the question, it doesn't belong. Second, limit the number of supporting points to 3 or fewer. Human attention is finite. 3 beats give each idea room to breathe and create a satisfying arc. Think about the sensory world of your talk. A concrete image, a weathered boarding pass, a cramped hostel kitchen, the sound of a slammed door, draws listeners in and gives your abstract point a place to land. Where possible, use a single prop or a single slide image that recurs and gains new meaning as the talk progresses. This creates a through line that is both intellectual and emotional. Work intentionally with rhythm. Use short sentences and pauses at the emotional high points, and longer reflective sentences when you're connecting the dots. Silence is not empty. Strategic silence allows the audience to absorb a story or a statistic. Practice breathing so you don't rush through the through line. Your clarity is partly in how you pace your delivery. Slide decks and visuals should serve the through line, not distract from it. Keep slides minimal. A single phrase, a striking photo, or a small chart that directly supports your core claim. If a slide does not make the through line clearer, delete it. Before you present, run a micro-test. Tell your through line to 3 people and watch their faces. Ask them to summarize the talk in 1 sentence. If their summaries diverge widely, your through line is fuzzy. Keep revising until 3 different listeners give you a similar 1-sentence summary. That alignment is proof your through line is working. After the talk, measure impact by listening to what people say back to you. If they use your phrases or describe the same insight, you've succeeded. If they remember only isolated anecdotes, you may need to tighten the thread next time. Remember, your most persuasive resource is the combination of specificity and shape. Specific details make your talk believable. A tight through line makes it meaningful. Together, they transform scattered experiences into a generous gift for your audience. If this video helped you, hit like and subscribe, and drop your 15-word through line in the comments. Let's help each other sharpen our most important stories. Now go craft the talk only you can give. Clear, focused, and full of heart.